Tasha K just went live. And when Tasha K goes live, everyone pays attention. Her headline alone stopped people mid-scroll. The truth about Martell Holt after the court case. The camera comes on, and there she is. Tasha K leaning forward, eyes locked on the camera, voice calm but dangerous. Some truths don't die with time, she says. They just wait for the right moment to come out. That one line sent chills across the internet because everyone knew if Tasha K was saying it, she had the receipts to back it up. Now let's rewind. Everyone knows Martell Holt from Love and Marriage Huntsville, the man with the charm, the sharp suits, and that smile that could close a deal in seconds. For years, he was Huntsville's golden boy. Real estate money, television fame, fans calling him Goals. And right there beside him was Melody Sherry, talented, graceful, and strong, the woman who helped build that empire. But behind the cameras and curated Instagram posts, things were falling apart. Melody had lived through years of emotional chaos, public embarrassment, and endless rumors. When she finally walked away, she did it with quiet grace. No messy focus and strength. She poured her energy into her children, her music, her businesses, and rebuilding herself. People thought the storm had finally passed. Until Tasha K went live. This wasn't your usual gossip session. This was a bombshell. Because what she dropped that night pulled back the curtain on everything that had been whispered about since the court case. The video starts rolling. Footage of Martell sitting alone in his car, parked right outside Melody's home. His face tight, his grip firm on his phone, looking furious and defeated all at once. Everyone knew the court had already ordered him to stay away from Melody's house. So when that footage surfaced, late at night, headlights off, tension thick, people froze. "Is this real?" they asked. Then came another clip. Martell at an event, walking up to Melody and saying something under his breath that made her turn away fast. The tension between them was obvious. Gone was the confident man from TV. What viewers saw instead was a man wrestling with his pride. Tasha didn't need to dramatize anything. She just let the footage speak. And when she finally spoke again, her words hit hard. This isn't about gossip. This is about truth, safety, and dignity. That's when everyone knew something deeper was unfolding. By morning, Huntsville was buzzing. Blogs, podcasts, and news outlets were everywhere. Melody Sherry was trending again. Some people were cheering, saying this was finally justice. But one thing was certain. Martell Holt's image would never be the same again. That same day, court was back in session. The hallway was filled with reporters. Martell walked in wearing a designer suit and dark shades, but his confidence seemed cracked. Melody walked in, dressed in white, calm, graceful, and silent. Even without speaking, she commanded the room. When the judge asked Martell if he understood the seriousness of the charges, he shot back, "It's all lies! She's trying to keep me from my kids!" But that defense crumbled fast. Melody's lawyer opened a folder and said, "Your Honor, these are the same videos mentioned in Tasha K's broadcast." The footage played on the courtroom screen. Gasps filled the air. It wasn't rumor anymore. It was evidence. When the hearing ended, Melody walked out quietly, ignoring reporters. She sat in her car, phone lighting up with a new message from Tasha K. It read, "The world saw your silence. Now the truth is speaking through it." That message said it all. For the first time in years, Melody felt like the truth had finally caught up. But it wasn't over. Less than 24 hours later, another leak dropped. An audio recording of Martell on the phone, venting to a friend. His voice was sharp, angry. "I'll never admit I lost. She thinks she won. I'll take it all back." That one line lit the internet on fire. People said, "This isn't love, this is control." Hashtag spread fast. Hashtag justice for Melody. Hashtag protect Melody. Hashtag truth in silence. Even some of Martell's defenders started backing off. Others said he needed help, that pride had taken. But for the first time, Melody wasn't being seen as the ex-wife. She was being seen as a survivor. A few days later, Melody launched her new project, Embraced by Melody, a foundation for women rebuilding after toxic relationships. When a reporter asked if it was inspired by her past, she smiled softly and said, "It's not against anyone. It's for everyone. I want women to fight to live, not just to survive." That moment went viral. People called her the face of true empowerment. Meanwhile, Martell's world was unraveling. His live videos were flooded with comments like, "Take accountability and let her live." Sponsors started pulling out, and even close friends began distancing themselves. Then another video surfaced. Martell near a parking lot where Melody's kids were. Another violation. That clip sent social media into chaos. Within hours, petitions started forming. Women's groups in Huntsville held rallies with signs reading, "Silence is a crime," and "Truth is protection." When Melody saw the rally on TV, she told her team, "I never wanted it to go this far, but if it helps even one woman, it's worth it." That's when people stopped seeing her as just a celebrity. They saw her as a movement. Meanwhile, Martell was losing everything: business deals, TV appearances, even support from OWN Network. The fame he once loved now turned into a shadow that followed him everywhere. Late one night, Martell made a call that shocked everyone. He phoned Tasha K directly. "You shared my video," he said, voice low and tired, "but you don't know the real story." Tasha's reply was short and brutal. "You just don't like mirrors, Martell." She hung up. That line became iconic. Days later, more text messages leaked. Sarcastic, bitter messages from Martell about Mel. Screenshots spread like wildfire. His reputation, already cracked, completely shattered. But Melody stayed focused. Her foundation grew fast. Her speeches went viral, and her calm, honest way of speaking touched millions. When an interviewer asked if she forgave Martell, she said, "The apology wasn't for his piece. It was for mine." That quote broke hearts everywhere. But the story wasn't over, because Tasha K wasn't done either. A few days later, she dropped another video, the one that would flip everything again. The thumbnail was simple, black and white, with bold text. "The real Martell Holt, the truth he didn't want out." Within minutes, views skyrocketed. The clip began with Martell's voice. "They act like Melody's a saint. She just had better timing. She used the system against me." Tasha paused the clip and said, "When a man blames the woman he broke for his downfall, that's not regret, that's ego." The internet agreed. While all this was going on, Melody stayed completely silent online. No stories, no comments, no statements. Some said it was strategy. Others said it was peace. Meanwhile, the next court date was announced. Cameras, reporters, and fans packed the courthouse. Melody arrived in white again. Calm and strong, Martell showed up in navy blue, tense and nervous. Inside, Melody's lawyer revealed new evidence. Contracts from Martell's old business dealings that matched the leaks Tasha had mentioned. When the judge asked, "Is this your signature, Mr. Holt?" Martell froze. Once, he didn't have a comeback. The verdict was delayed, but the public had already decided. Melody Strong and Truth Finds Its Way were trending everywhere. That night, Melody posted a quiet video, her sitting by a window watching the rain. The caption read, "I don't sell truth, I live it." The post went viral instantly. Celebrities reposted it, preachers quoted it, and people who had never even watched Love and Marriage Huntsville were suddenly inspired by her strength. Even the other cast members were asked to speak out. Kimmy Scott said something that summed it all up. "Truth doesn't need a microphone. It just needs time." Fans rewatched old episodes, seeing everything in a new light. The tension, the side eyes, the quiet warnings. Through it all, Melody never lost her grace.
When asked if she thought she'd won, she said softly, "There's no winner when you lose peace. I just want peace." Back in Huntsville, whispers spread that Martell was living